get started. And the first thing I'm going to do is jump right in and put my contacts on. I'm using the Lubotica contacts. I'll link them down below. And I just use these little tools here, which are really helpful when putting and removing in your contacts, especially when you have a lot of makeup on. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pop those bad boys in. So once you have your contacts in, I'm gonna take this warm brown shade and apply that into my crease and blending that upwards. This is gonna be our transition shade, and it's gonna make this black shade a lot easier to blend upward into the crease. So I'm applying this water activated black paint, and I'm just going to smudge it out with a blending brush and make sure that's really blended out really seamlessly to make a really nice smoky cat eye. I also want to let you guys know everything I'm using will be linked down below with the links to where you can purchase. And here I'm just grabbing a smaller brush, putting some warm eyeshadow on the bottom lash line, and then just smudging it out the exact same way that I did with the top lid. Make sure you're getting that really blended out towards the temple so it gives that really nice cat eye effect. It's really important for this look. And here I just went ahead and did my other eye just to see what I was going to do because I didn't want to fuck it up. So I was like, okay, let me just test it first and then we can go into the other eye. So I'm taking this like white metallic silver color and I'm almost doing like brush strokes on my eye. I don't want this to be perfect, guys, just literally scribbles. As you can see, nothing perfect, and I'm just gonna tap it out with my finger just to blend it a little bit. I'm just applying it literally in random spots at this point. I honestly don't really know where this is going. I just kind of was winging this again. So yeah, just blend it out with your finger and just make it look really like frosty, and gives almost like a nice shimmer effect, if you know what I mean. So here I'm just mapping out where I want to put the jawline. I usually just follow the regular anatomy of my face and I just like sketch underneath my cheekbone. You guys can just kind of follow the steps that I'm doing here and then just blend that shit. Girl, blend that shit. You want to make sure this is blended really, really seamlessly, but don't worry if it's messy around the edges because we can clean that up after. And make sure you go back and forth and just check and make sure that it's kind of sitting well on your face. Here I'm just going and bringing it downwards, and again I'm just winging it at this point, but I almost wanted it to look like a robotic type of feel, so I was just going kind of down that route, just making sure I blend it out and get it looking perfect. And here I'm just like scratching my head like, girl, am I doing this right? What am I doing? Just winging it. So here I'm taking a little bit of black eyeshadow and I'm just kind of sketching and going around the outer corners. I want it to look lifted, like I want it to look like it's actually a part of my face. So I'm giving it a lot of dimension and sketching in those shadows just to make it look like there's like a lift on the corner of it, if you know what I mean. Just make it look like it's actually imprinted into my skin. So I started to do it on the other side of my face, as you can see, and I realized that I wanted to take out the shading on the inner part of this because I couldn't really see the shadow of the teeth once I completed everything. So I'm just going in and wiping that off. Again, just use a little makeup wipe. It's super, super easy if you mess anything up. And yeah, just kind of removing some of that shadow. So in this clip, I'm doing the teeth. I'm kind of mapping out where I want them to go. And then, I mean, you could use a brown eyeshadow if you wanted to start with that because it's a lot easier to wipe off if you mess up. With me, I've done this before, so I kind of know where I'm going with it. But yeah, just map out where you want the teeth to go. And then I'm just lightly blending them upwards just to give like a shadow from the diamonds and make it look a little bit more realistic. I got a lot of questions on my last diamond skull about the spirit gum. That's what I used to adhere the jewels to my face and to adhere everything to my face that was like a little spike or like a diamond. So when you're using spirit gum, you want to like dip a little bit of it out onto a tray, and then you want to grab the diamonds and dip them in a little bit and let them get kind of tacky before you apply them. And they'll dance move, dance move. But these are the diamonds I'm using right now. I'm going to be adhering them with spirit gum. You can see these are a lot thinner than the diamonds I used in my last tutorial. These are a lot easier to apply. I know I had a lot of people messaging me about that. These are really simple. They're thinner. And these were the thick ones I applied last time, just kind of unrealistic now that I look back at it. So definitely go for the thinner ones. And again, just using spirit gum, I'm just applying it first, letting it get a little tacky, and then applying it to my lip, and it'll stick like all freaking night. And you can see in this clip, I'm doing 2 diamonds in between each of the bigger diamonds. If I were to go back, I would have not done that. I would have done just the full diamond. I don't know why I did that. I just thought, you know, oh, I wanted to add more teeth, wanted to be like more bling, but I would have done just the triangle teeth. And now I'm grabbing some spikes, and again, use the spirit gum. Guys, I will link a great spirit gum adhesive in my description down below. Super easy to use. Just remember, let it get a little tacky before you apply it, because or else it'll just fall right off. So let it kind of dry down for like a minute or so and then apply it. And here I'm just taking a little bit of black paint and just deepening everything and kind of adding more definition and making it pop a little bit more. I want to get that really defined look, and I don't want it to be dull, so I'm just adding more depth with the dark paint. Here on my forehead, I missed this clip. I guess I didn't record it, and my neck has a little bit of sparkle on it, so sorry, I don't know where that clip went, but just do the same thing. Spirit gum, adhere it, and in that formation, and it's all good. Those little decorations on my forehead will be linked down below, so you can pick them up and purchase them online. And here I'm just kind of shading in my forehead area. I didn't know where I was going with this, but I realized I was like, you know what, why don't I just carve out each diamond and make it look like some kind of like gear or like robotic look. So that's what I kind of tried to go for in this clip. And then just again, darkening everything, darkening all the little details with the black eyeshadow and making it look a little bit more realistic, and just kind of smudging everything and blending it down to give it some more detail. And for my neck piece, it was honestly really simple. I just put black paint on my neck and then just started putting some glue. I use eyelash glue for that, and I just applied some sparkles. But here I'm actually using a little bit of that white, the whitish silver paint, and I'm just doing some highlights and blending it out with my finger. And for my nose, I decided to just do 2 small little triangles on each side of my nose, and then just blended them downwards towards the bottom of my nose, as you can see here. Really, really simple. I kind of researched a couple different skeleton noses, but you guys can do whatever you really like. This is just what I thought looked best. So we're about done with this look. Thank you guys so much for all your love and support on all my videos, and I'll see you guys next time. Happy Halloween!